Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to attach these parts to the seat of the chair. Now, they're going to be about 8 millimeters on center. So what I'm going to do, I'm coming back about, that's about 3 millimeters. If you want to measure it, go ahead and measure. I'm going to measure this one at about 1, 2, 3. Because remember, we're going to paint this. So it's totally okay. I'm just going to put this here because it'll have a nice... So where we put the holes, we don't want to go any further back than this. This is going to be our border. And I'm going to put these down. So see how the backs are touching the line there? And again, if I want to measure, these need to be about 8 millimeters on center. There we go. So I'm going to make a little, I'm just tracing around it. Okay. And then what I can do is I can kind of complete that right there. And if you would like to, you can go ahead and erase this out. So, because sometimes these little lines will confuse you as to where yours to go. So, we've got this here. Now, this is the foam core one. Now, one of the reasons why I wanted you to wait until this was dry is so the legs don't go anywhere. It's a little harder to try and do this before the legs are on, believe it or not. Now, with a little bit of my blade out, a little bit, I really think I need to snap that blade off because I don't think it's sharp enough. I want to make sure I have a brand new bit of blade on here. So I've got my fingers underneath, and I'm just going to just going through that first little layer of carton board, and I'm just poking down and lifting up. I'm not attempting to draw the knife. I'm just poking down and lifting up. I'm kind of just cutting it one little teeny piece at a time, going all the way around. Think about the radius of a circle and how it's nothing but little straight lines anyway. Now you can tell, once I started to get it cut through, I started to kind of then use the tool, the knife, more like a little bit of a digger. Okay, now tweezers can come in really, really handy for this. And that little bit right there I don't like. So I'm going to show you a trick that I do a lot. I'll extend the blade out and then put the blade right next to it, and then just be really careful and draw across it. So I can see that will fit. And then I take another bamboo piece and kind of you'll feel it go thunk, it'll go in. So let's try that one more time. Okay. I'm always very careful. Notice how when my thumb is here, I'm moving my thumb out of the way. I've got my pinky to steady myself. And I'm just a little bit in. Just little tiny cuts. And I keep repositioning just to make sure that I'm going around. Now, if something happens and you goof this part up, let's just say you took your blade and you cut a big hunk out of the middle. Remember, there's no reason for you to cry over this. It's really super easily fixable. All you're going to do is glue another piece of board on top of another piece of carton board. Or you can wait until the end and just glue a big piece of fabric on it. Okay, let's see that little bit right there. And again, you can see I'm kind of using this more like a little bit of a dig. Okay, let's get, where did I put it? It's right here. And I give it a little twist. Can you see what the holes look like? And then that's where they go. Now, you'll notice I don't put it up completely straight. I usually tip it back a little bit. I want it to look a little bit more naturalistic. So I tip it back a little bit.